My name is Adam Morenberg, and this is my iOS app, Amigos. It's an app for pet parents to help them communicate and manage their friends and family who pet sit for them. How does the remote work? Do what? Left or right? So my agenda, I'm going to talk about my UX design process. I'm going to talk about my UI design process, but I'm not going to go into like super nitty-gritty details for you. I'm a cat owner. So this is one of those projects where the user is the designer and the personal is the professional. The problem here that I found through research is that young, busy professionals don't like asking their friends to watch their pets when they go out of town. They forget to communicate key information to their pet sitters, that is, and they worry about the quality of care their pets receive when they travel away from home. I did a bunch of user research, and that really kind of kicked off the project. Secondary research, I kind of started off with, what do we know about pet owners? Lots of statistics like that. I actually did 3 rounds of surveys, 2 with pet owners, 1 with pet sitters. I did 6 qualitative interviews with pet owners. I did 18 user tests at each level of design, and I validated my high-fidelity prototype at the end. I did 40 desirability tests as well on the UI elements. What I learned. So most pet owners rely on their friends, family, and neighbors to take care of their pets when they leave town. That, put another way, most people don't hire professional pet sitters or take their pets to boarders. Their friends take that role for them. Amigos is an app for that kind of relationship. Pain points. Lack of trust in the kind of care your pets are going to be receiving in your absence is the biggest pain point. Finding someone to do it is also a big pain in the ass. Detailed instructions are needed. That can take a long time to write instructions for all your pets. And also, it really feels like an imposition to ask friends for a favor. I found out that 25% of pet owners have postponed, canceled, or shortened travel plans due to concerns about the level of care their pets are going to receive at the hands of their friends. So a couple quotes I'm going to go through. Are they actually feeding them? They don't spend quality time with my pets. One time I forgot to leave instructions like I'd promised. I don't like to impose on my friends, even if they volunteer. All that user research led to my UX strategy. Here's my UX strategy. So basically, it's all this stuff over there. I prioritized the features that I wanted to put into the MVP. Basically, I just can't do the finding a pet sitter thing because a million other apps do that. The strategy I created is to offer pet parents a tool they can use to manage the pet sitting process and communicate with their pet sitters. And that strategy led to design and a persona, Catch-22 Catherine. She doesn't trust her pet sitters to fully follow her instructions. She feels guilty asking others for help. And writing instructions takes forever, and she can forget key information. She really needs peace of mind. That's the big one. And this is going to come in handy. She has a cat named Satchmo and a dog named Willow as we go through the prototype. Here's her journey map. She needs to find someone to watch her pets. When she goes out of town, she needs peace of mind. She can't afford professional pet sitters. And, you know, you can check out all the details later. I did a bunch of rapid prototyping. And I used User Bob, a remote unmoderated usability testing platform I used their panel of users, and I got these great videos back with these amazing quotes. I can't wait to share them with you. But I did write the test script, and you'll see. I got really great data. So some low and mid-fidelity prototype. Here's some test results. So in my test script, I created tasks, key essential tasks that Amigos users need to be able to do to get the most from the app. Adding a user profile. You can see that the completion or success rate went up between the two fidelities as I learned from users and what was causing them problems. A lot of problems, just as an overall trend, were created by being lost, not knowing where users were and not knowing what they could do or click on. Adding a pet. That actually went down at the mid-fidelity. People said, like, 10? 10 what? 10 pounds? 10 kilograms? Over here at weight. I love data. Adding a trip. That went down as well between low and mid. And they told me great stuff about their expectations that helped make a better design. I'm just going to click through a bunch of these because I want to get to the prototype. But a lot of changes you can see. There's also an inbox or messaging a messages section, and that was one of the key tasks that I assigned. So people told me that they were confused about how to get it to update, and you could see this. I put a little button that they could press to make it update. And they said things like, that's helpful. You get a little reminder, because I created a little reminder about buying cat food a week before their trip so they don't have to do it last minute. They liked the idea. That led to UI design. And I created a mood board with the kind of a brand personality I intended to be friendly, caring, easygoing, responsible, the kind of thing that would push the buttons of Catch-22 Kathy, that would make her feel good about leaving her pets in the care of her friends and family. I did a desirability test, and these are some quotes folks said. They aligned pretty consistently. I also made a style tile of atomic elements. This happens to be my cat, Rami. Yeah, he is playing the role of Satchmo. Rapid prototyping. I tested that as well. And again, people's perceptions were in line with my intended communication. I did a visual analysis of competitors, and they're all very green and blue and childlike. And of course, I tallied my testing results really scrupulously. At the high fidelity, I got 100% task completion on everything. I'm very detail oriented, so let's see some stuff. So people said things like, that was really easy. All the sections look familiar, and a sitter might need this information. It's intuitive. I need to add a cat, so I'll add a pet. Oh, look, there's a button there. Before it was hard to see. So far, everything's extremely easy. That's awesome. There's lots of information I can put in. Adding a trip was really easy. Adding a start date's easy. This is a really useful app. I would use this in real life. It's simple to know if my pets are having a good time. These are what real people said. I paid them, but I didn't pay them to say that. So could we click my... Let's take a look at the prototype. Here she puts in her name, or actually the system puts it in because she logged in through Google. But she needs to confirm her contact information and complete her home address. But really it's just the street address because of the GPS in the phone. She adds an emergency contact because at mid-fidelity they told me that was important. Bam, now Kathy's got a user profile. And now she's adding a cat. Satchmo, I told you it would come in handy. And you can scroll down. At mid-fidelity, they told me a whole bunch of stuff about what was important to them, like medications, health conditions, and so you can see there. And also individual stuff about pets, favorite places, favorite toys and games, favorite pet peeves. And they really like the ability to add individual information about their pets. They also had 100% success just getting a trip into the system. She's going to Miami. And then this is the inbox where really all the action happens. This is the little reminder that people liked at the mid-fidelity. Make sure you have everything for your trip. You don't want to starve your pets. But here's the meat. Your pet sitter just arrived as a push notification. He just started walking your dog. He just finished walking your dog. Their walk lasted 23 minutes. Here's a map. Here's the route they took so you know how much exercise your dog got. And here he just left. He spent 39 minutes with Satchmo and Willow, your imaginary pets. And of course, he can send pictures. There's Willow, the fake dog, from Unsplash. And here's Kathy. Thanks, John. Looks like she's having fun. So, let's move a cursor so you can see. Next steps. I want to get video messaging in. I really need to get tipping in there because users said it was really important. But I need to understand a little bit more about tipping platforms. I heard mentions of Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App from users. I'd like to start designing push notifications and micro interactions. And of course, this whole area over here, the care guide, this is kind of a nod to what the pet sitters will be using, their little checklist of instructions that the pet's owners can give them. And right now that's just a button, so that needs to get built out. And then I need to do a research sprint with pet sitter interviews. And I want to understand needs and preferences around tipping much more thoroughly before getting that out into market. Amigos.